The Syrian civil war starts roughly 2011, and I know that I'm not going to go to Syria. I'm just not equipped to do this. It's extremely dangerous. And so I don't go, but I have friends going. I'm hearing about this. It goes on, and I don't know what I could do with this. I'd love to contribute to show what war is about, what it does to people. And it occurs to me I'd love to show, to some extent, the effect of war on children. I'm drawn to this because they're the people who don't have any say in what's going on. I think it's really important to understand that refugees, people you meet in war, wherever, are not too different from us. Now, we know this intellectually, right? We're all here. We know they're people, right? But I thought it'd be really interesting to show that in the most classic way possible, kind of the most Western way we know how, but to reference our idea of high art and the portrait you would have of an important person, a person with dignity. And I thought, well, that seems pretty obvious, right? So where do you look? You go Rembrandt, Vermeer. These are your, really good place to start. And I love this idea of combining advocacy with journalism, of doing a little bit more than going out and saying, this is happening, this exists. Well, what if you could do a little bit more, right? I wanted to do the photography and then the drawings. And I thought, wouldn't it be amazing to do, the drawings usually come out of art therapy or to be honest, someone coming in and saying, hey kids, draw. That's actually the reality for most of these. So we put all that together, and what we come up with is, hey, let's go over. We're going to do portraits of the children. We're going to combine those with their drawings. And we're going to bring an art therapist or find one. And so not only do we go to people and say, hey, I'd like your picture. Can you please do this? I'd like your drawing. We're going to give a little bit back in return. And if we do it right, the art therapist is going to train some local teachers, and maybe we'll do a little bit of good, right? A friend of mine from Kosovo, from the war in Kosovo, I'm talking to him, and he says, oh, I just got back from Syria. There's a safe house in the south. Call this guy. And we get his number, and down we go. And within a day, we got working. There is a Syrian social worker who's there. And we tell her what we're up to. That's great. And she heads the kids' draw. And this comes from either one of the first or second sessions. And she's basically telling them to relive their moments of the war. We had been warned that this might not be a good idea unless you had someone really good working with them. These are the images that people tend to think of. These are the images that newspaper editors want. These are the ones that get people excited. This is the scary stuff. After one or two classes in which this came out, we shut that down. We just said, no, unless we have someone good in charge, and she wasn't. She was wonderful, but this was not her forte. We were not going to do that to the kids, and I feel it was doing it to the kids. Relive this moment, and now it's time to go out for lunch. Done. And we did have kids breaking down in tears, and people pat them on the back. And, they're going to survive. It's going to be okay. But I'm not convinced that was doing them any favors. So we shut that down. Now, one of the problems of being a refugee in this kind of situation is that it can be hard to remember that the future might be better. And it's not as though you're having a bad day and just think about it being better tomorrow. It's a lot of bad things have been going on, and sometimes people get locked into the mindset. So there's simple things you can do, like imagine a better future. Just take a minute out of everything that's been going on, and look, here we have a tea house ceremony. We've got your cookies, we've got your tea. Have some fun painting. It's a break from your day. And now you get a whole hour where your instruction is to think about something nice. And a lot of these kids have not had that experience for an awful long time. I can be very cynical. it's easy for me to diminish this experience and to think I haven't brought anything. And I've been reminded that it's a very powerful 1 hour for them that they simply haven't had. And this is where I've taken the ideas from the inside outside and just taken it one step further. And this is the program I'm developing to bring art therapy inspired lessons to teachers, hopefully lessons that can be spread around. And then hopefully I can go and take pictures, portraits to go with the drawings the children make. And the drawings that they make become a part of an exchange. There are 2 schools, one in Berkeley, one in El Cerrito, that are my pilot projects. They have been making drawings and actually some photo portraits. Those have been sent off to the refugees in Turkey. We got some drawings back. We're working on the logistics. But that's a part of this program. So that's where it's all gone. And if things go well, I will, I'm looking for more schools, more classes to participate. I'm looking to build this out, to bring these techniques to the refugee kids, and hopefully I'll be able to go and do more photography as part of the awareness.